Hey guys, welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about whether or not the cup is half full or half empty.
Depends on who you ask.
Depends on who you ask, because we're getting mixed messages about the Star Wars box office predictions. I talked a little bit about yesterday where a couple of news outlets were saying that the box office was not going to be great. It was actually going to be the lowest of the sequel trilogy. Now, of course, we have defenders out there saying that it's going to smash records.
It's going to be the best.
It's going to be the best because it has to be. So now everybody's backpedaling. So we're going to talk about that, whether or not the box office is going to be good or bad, and just what our personal thoughts are on it. We have Geeky on now, so she can get her thoughts in here.
I'll try.
Get your thoughts.
My thoughts are all over the place right now, so I'll do my best.
Before we get into the video, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on CLOWNFISH TV. We're at almost 70,000 subs, hoping to hit 100,000 soon. We really appreciate the support. So here we go. Screen Rant, taking the cup half full approach. Star Wars 9 box office predictions in line with Force Awakens projections. I don't think so. I don't think so. Early Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker box office predictions are in line with the first Force Awakens opening weekend projection from 2015.
Oh, with the first projection.
The first projection, until it did way better than they thought it was going to. The franchise is coming off its first commercial bomb in last year's Solo, at least they admit that, which earned just $392 million worldwide. Despite that, Disney's Star Wars renaissance has been successful, haters.
Not really.
Haters. The 4 movies released to date have brought in more than $4 billion globally combined, and 3 of them ended their theatrical runs as the highest-grossing film of the year. That's not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen. With The Rise of Skywalker debuting in December, the expectation is the sequel trilogy finale will be a return to form for the franchise. From a box office perspective.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I love it. From a certain point of view.
Disney is now in the home stretch of marketing, releasing the final trailer this month, which honestly, I don't think got...
But Horsey's on a spaceship.
Horsey's on the spaceship. I don't think it got as many views as they were hoping for. They pulled it down completely in Japan.
Maine's on a plane. It's all good.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
It's very brushable.
The preview seems to have landed with the intended effect, as The Rise of Skywalker is already breaking advanced ticket sale records.
On Adam and Fandango. Of course it's breaking sale records on Adam and Fandango, which we talked about many times.
You negative ninnies. The earliest opening weekend projections might seem a bit low to some, but they actually aren't too dissimilar from The Force Awakens.
Yeah, but The Force Awakens people actually want it.
Always look on the bright side of life. So they're looking at the same numbers, and they're talking about how The Force Awakens had a lower projection. They said it pegged it for 185, 210 million over the weekend and broke an all-time record with 247 million.
But they just got done saying that it's in line with their early projections, which means it's in line with the lower numbers, not the higher.
Yeah.
And they've also had ones they projected to do extremely well, and they ended up doing shit. So, I mean...
This is like, and then it's like, guys, it's going to be okay. Star Wars is going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Those haters, we're going to shut them up for sure this time. We're going to shut them up.
What haters? The ones who didn't like it because it wasn't very good?
Those haters, you're liars. You're just a Russian bot. Stop it. Whenever something like this comes up, it's worth remembering box office predictions are not exact science. A few 2019 blockbusters include Captain Marvel. Put her first. Endgame and Joker. I would not put those.
Joker, the one that everybody was pissing all over before it came. Yeah.
All surpassed expectations during their respective opening weekends.
And Captain Marvel had a lot of controversy around it too, involving, you know, tickets that were going to be given away and buses where you can come in for $3 and get a ticket, a drink, and popcorn, and all kinds of stuff like that. You know, so there was that going on with it too. They didn't, you know, have to do that to the end game.
And the Joker, the media outlets were trying to chase people away from the theaters.
I know.
If you go see the Joker, you're gonna get shot, and Gary Glitter's gonna make 50 cents.
That's right.
Stay away. Stay away. So I like this. They talk about how they surpassed expectations. A lot can change, and probably will, between now and The Rise of Skywalker. Obviously, these figures do not take word of mouth into consideration. If the consensus is the film serves as a triumphant and thrilling end to the Skywalker
Which we
saga.
already had an end to the Skywalker saga, I want to point out again.
You know, the second ending. This is the second ending. The projections will likely improve. The estimates also came out before the inevitable influx of television spots. This is like, guys, Star Wars, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. You know, the hype. So here we go. They bring this up, and I want to bring, because this is
at the very end.
The very end. This is kind of important. At the same time, The Rise of Skywalker is not exactly running unopposed at the holiday box office. Sony is opening Jumanji the week before, and Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle more than held its own against The Last Jedi in 2017. Yeah, actually, Jumanji made a ton of money. It was second only to Spider-Man Far From Home. Made a ton of money. Nobody expected that.
Nope.
They're like,
it was good though.
It was. I don't know if this one's going to be as good. The trailer doesn't look as good, but who knows. But it is coming out a week before Star Wars, so it's going to hurt it for sure. Of course, there were more than enough dollars available for both. Yeah, well, yeah, God. So, okay, so this is Screen Rant. If you go out to literally any other, well, it's about Rose. We won't talk about it. Yeah, Jumanji comes out the week before. Every other site, tracking for the lowest opening. Tracking for the lowest opening, even comic book resources. You know, I mean, everybody's...
Yeah, but I think they sent you another one. I think it was them again talking about how, you know... maybe it's comicbook.com talking about how, oh, no, it's going to be great. It's going to, you know... Is that comicbook.com? Yeah. Well, then I sent you this one. And it was like, oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah, thanks to the franchise's latest trailers, fans are feeling good about The Rise of Skywalker.
Not really. I keep hearing people that even watched it that were maybe on board were like, okay, you had me until the horse is on a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, so, you know, and like I said in the other video, when you put the numbers up against each other, you see exactly how far The Last Jedi dropped compared to The Force Awakens. Force Awakens domestically made almost $1 billion. You know, whereas The Last Jedi made $620 million.
Well, I just like this story, this right here. With the Rise of Skywalker is set to bring the Skywalker saga to an end after decades. It was already over. It was over. You literally brought the thing, you zapped it back to life like Frankenstein, and now you're gonna kill it again. Like we finally killed it. It's dead for good this time.
It's like Jason Voorhees, where they left the metal pole in his chest and lightning strike. You don't watch horror movies, but
no.
They went to dig up Jason Voorhees to make sure he's dead, and they stuck the metal pole in his chest, and then lightning hit the metal pole and brought him back to life.
Yeah, it's like that. It was over. They're
had to kill him
finally
again.
They're ending the Skywalker saga after decades of it not having an ending. It's like, no, it had an ending. It was called Return of the Damn Jedi. It had an ending. You literally... instead of just doing new things, you literally dug it up to try to make money, zapped it back to life. It was going, ooh, and now you're killing it because it should not exist. And now you're killing it, and you're like, we're finally ending it. Thank God that Disney came along to end the saga that should have ended decades ago. And they never ended it, but they did end it decades ago.
Yeah, so The Rise of Skywalker, the meaning of the title is it is a zombified franchise. They're going to bring it back to life so they can kill it again.
Well, they already brought it back to life so they can kill it again.
It's already decaying before our very eyes.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to do as well as I think it's going to. It's not going to flop.
I don't know. I think it might, only because they'll make sure of it. Take that as how you want to.
So meanwhile, we'll get this in here too. Rose Tico is going to have a bigger role because everybody was asking. They watch these articles, they watch these YouTube videos because everybody's like, "Where's Rose? Why isn't she on the merchandise?" Oh, there's no toys. Apparently, she has a very, very small role in this movie.
Nuh-uh.
That's not true. Rose has a big part.
That's what the reshoots were for.
That's what the reshoot. Oh my God. They reshot the movie, so Rose has about 45 minutes of screen time now.
I don't know that. I'm just saying that's part of the reshoots.
Rose eating a sandwich. Rose flushing the toilet.
Nuh-uh. She's using a gun now. They said she went from being a mechanic to now she's using a gun.
Are we allowed to have guns in movies?
No. Well,
guns are problematic.
This isn't Black Widow. So he spoke to her, she spoke to several media outlets about her role in the upcoming film. Rose has apparently been promoted from resistance mechanic to something greater. Well, Finn was a first order sewer guy, and now he's sewage guy, and now he's,
He's a sewage guy. He was like the garbage man of the new Death Star. Jar Jar Binks was promoted in the second movie, but he had a lot less screen time. He went from being annoying sidekick to senator. And then he pretty much was cut entirely from the last movie. He was at the funeral for Padme, and that was it. So, I'm just saying, just because she has a bigger role doesn't mean she actually has a bigger role.
Well, she says she's in the action scenes because she had to learn everything about being in a war. I never held a gun, so I had to learn how to do it. Things you don't think about, you have to learn how to do so that, you know, you can, you know.
Sorry. I'm just like, I was like, I never held a gun, so I'm going to be in Star Wars. I think if Natalie Portman can do it, I think anybody can do it. But this doesn't mean she actually has more screen time. It means that she's been promoted in the Resistance. You know who else was promoted? Leia. You know what they did with her? They knocked her into a coma. Mm-hmm. You know, for most of the movie. So the fact that she's not in the merchandise and the fact that you know, you're not seeing toys of her or whatever, I do not think she's going to be in the movie very much. I think she's going to have a few key scenes at the Resistance base. Meanwhile, at the Resistance HQ, the reason we wrote Rose out of the movie is she's the boss now.
Well, that's what we thought, but now I'm wondering if because people were doing videos and they were doing all this reshoots, they just didn't go and make her a bigger part. They would.
The Rose of Skywalker. That's we're just gonna rename it. She's gonna lead the horse army to victory.
That's right.
She's gonna come all like she's gonna Braveheart. She's gonna be the Braveheart of this movie.
There you go.
It's all Rose all the time. So I don't know. Just very interesting to see everybody squabbling over the box office. We're not gonna know obviously until it happens. General public does not seem too pumped. Just that seems to be my personal opinion.
We're not gonna know for sure even if it does happen because what's real and what's not. Who the hell knows?
Dark side definitely clouds everything. So we're not going to know till opening weekend. So we'll see. There's going to be a lot of talk. A lot of articles. A lot of contradictory articles written on the same news outlet.
That's right.
Sometimes
the same news outlets, yeah.
Sometimes 9 or 10 a day.
That's right.
About
oh my gosh,
the same
yes.
damn thing.
Yes. Well, I was just going to say, but real quick before we wrap it up, you know, you said about the toys that they didn't see toys of her. They don't need toys of her because there's still so many left over from last time.
All right, guys. So we're going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. This has been Neon and Geeky.
Bye.
Goodbye. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.